you don't have to understand where someone's at to support them. If it's not negative, toxic, or harmful, I can support you. Hey, it's me. So today I wanted to talk about judgment. For most people, we don't want to feel judged or looked down on. Let's get technical with the definition. Judgment is the process of forming an opinion or evaluation by discerning and comparing. Another definition is a misfortune or calamity viewed as divine punishment. I'm going to speak on two different aspects of judgment: not wanting to open up and be judged, and judging everyone in a certain category as the same. Starting with not wanting to open up. Have you ever had someone you know who gave very limited details on their life? You felt like you barely knew them, but maybe they had been working at this same job for 5 years and you didn't really know what they were doing for work, or they've been in a relationship for years and you hardly ever hear them talk about them. Now, there can be other reasons like privacy, secrecy, anxiety, trust issues, but those aren't the focus of today. I'm solely speaking on someone holding back for a fear of judgment. They don't want to talk about their work because they don't want to be judged. And realistically, everything isn't meant to be shared. But I'm not talking about deep questions, I'm just talking about the basics. Almost like when you first meet someone, you ask them where they're from, what do they do for work, what do they like to do, and just get a little information about it. This is more towards having a friend that you've known for a while and realizing you don't really know much about their life. So let's use the relationship as an easy example. You have a friend, she's been in a relationship for years, but you know nothing about him. And if you ask, it's always vague, just we're doing good. It's that inability to share from this fear of judgment. But in reality, you just care about your friend and you're coming from a place of support and you just want to feel more involved in their life, more than a surface level friendship at least. Sometimes it's possible they may not share because of shame. They aren't really satisfied with where they're at and they may be accepting less than they should, or at least less than they want. For me, I've always felt like you don't have to understand where someone's at to support them. If it's not negative, toxic, or harmful, I can support you, even if I don't agree with you or understand your situation. So let's go into the other situation. There can also be a fear of being judged while judging others. It can happen in different aspects: work, school, family, love life. Say that you're dating and you judge someone based on their horoscope. You could think, well, you're going to cheat on me, or you're from this city, so I know you're going to act like this, or your hair is this color, so you're going to be like that. You get the gist. And I'm not speaking about passing jokes. I'm talking about how someone treats you based on that judgment. When you're the one being written off for something you didn't do or based on an assumption, it's not so great. We can recognize there are certain traits within horoscope signs that are similar, but millions of people can have similarities without them inherently being the same. The root cause of certain aspects are likely beyond a singular scope. This goes into other aspects like all men are the same, all women are gold diggers. There's just this broad judgment across the base of people based on their own personal negative experiences. A way I heard judgment described is all of our voices within our own life misconstrued to think it's the same with everyone else. Simply meaning your experiences won't define everyone else's actions. When it gets to that point, you may need to reconcile something within yourself so you don't take it out on other people. They can't relieve you of the irritation, frustration, pain that someone else caused because they weren't the one who inflicted it. You have to release your broken filter. If we're speaking of character assessments, personally, I feel like Myers-Briggs is more accurate. Like I said before, I understand horoscopes do have similarities with certain traits, but you have to use discernment with it. Our childhoods, friends, family, education, religion, community, All of those things influence our past and our thought process. Have you ever grown up around someone and you notice they're completely different from you, like in certain subjects with their opinion or how they think or view things? It's because their experiences are different. Even if you see them every day, even if you live together, even if they're your family member, it can be different. It's important to not let past decisions affect your future choices. Easier said than done, but you want to move forward and not shut down potential opportunities from bad experiences. Use discernment and form an opinion over time. Take heed of unfavorable differences and move accordingly. It really goes back to the old school saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Judging is if we're better than someone, and this can also relate to hardships. We've been through our burdens. Don't look down on other people. If it's financial struggles, health issues, familial burdens, or mental health, our experiences shape us. There's nothing powerful or meaningful about trying to push someone into a lower state of emotion. So, as always, I'll end in a quote. This is actually a bit of a mantra. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love. Thanks for listening.